What's up, guys? Well, obviously I'm back working on the transit. So, got her into the shop here, gonna get her up in the air, and if you saw my last video, you know I need to do the exhaust, sender unit in the gas tank, fuel tank, and I'm going to put a water capture waste tank underneath. Now, a couple of things. The wastewater tank, I've had several people ask me why I'm doing that. Well, it's quite simple. You're not allowed basically to dump water straight onto a public highway. If you're caught doing it, I know somebody that was, and they got quite a hefty fine. So, not sure about campsites or anything like that. I'm assuming they don't want you doing that. So I've got the tank. I bought it, oh God, a long time ago for another project that just didn't happen. So it's been laying around outside the garage for a couple of years, and I may as well stick it on. I've got it, I've got all the brackets, I may as well just put it on. There's no point not to. Then it alleviates any issues of legality or anything like that. The other thing was wheels and tyres. Now, I am currently making a video on the wheels and tyres. I obviously haven't got them on yet, but I'll be getting the tyres switched over in the next few days. Two things. One, that these wheels are, the load rating on these wheels are suitable for this van. So basically, these rims that are on here and the ones that I'm going to fit both exceed the load rating for this van by quite a substantial margin. Now, like I said in the previous video, the only reason I'm not using the 17s is because the commercial tyres that I can find for them are just, the diameter is just too big. I would have to completely redo all the fender flares and everything, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep within a similar diameter to the original 14s that were on here. So what I've got to go on are 205, 65, 16s. You will see the rims shortly. I'm going to do a separate video on those anyway, so I was aware of the load rating for this before I ever got into it, so I think that's about everything. Obviously I didn't get anything done on the VW. I was just busy last week. Had a lot of things going on, and just didn't get round to doing anything on it between that and the weather. So there's probably 2 more videos on this. There's going to be one on the Jeep. If you recall, last time I was working on the Jeep, I had a problem with the clutch. I'm going to take a look at that while I'm here this week. And yeah, I will be back to the VW soon, hopefully. Depends on the weather. It's the weather. Anyway, let's get on with this. Well, never expected to be back here again. Those of you that have followed this from a very, very early stage will remember it's sitting over there, up like this for quite some time. But yeah, and here we are again. This time, hopefully it'll be the last. So, I think what I'll do next is, I might do the exhaust first, or at the very least, take the old exhaust off, and then I can work on that. I might do the fuel tank separately. I might even do the fuel tank in a separate video, because I do have to set the sender unit up. So I may do a little short, what was that? There's some weird noises around here. Anyway, I may do a separate video on the actual sender unit, because it is a universal one, and I do have to set it up for the depth of the tank. So there is a little bit of, you know, basic measurements to be taken into account for that. So I may do a separate video on that, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get the old light hooked up there. Yeah, I bought that to go on the van, and it's sat on that little bracket I made for about a year now, and it's been used predominantly to illuminate the underside of this. So it works, you know, it does the job very well indeed. So anyway, enough of me rambling on. Let's get a pad or something down there to lay on, and we'll get under and start removing the old exhaust system. Well, it's off. I've still got the pipe running up to the engine. What I'm going to do is get the other system underneath there, because again, if you look at my original video on this, I did modify that pipe to fit the system that's on here now. Oh, that was on here. So I have to unmodify it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the other pipes under there, get them lifted up, and then just figure it all out from there. I may end up having to take it all off right away up to the engine, which is, yeah, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Well, it's off. So, I'm going to change this up a little bit. First of all, the pipe that comes from the engine. Right about there, I'm going to put a slip joint, because last time I messed about climbing under, climbing out, welding it, cutting it, welding it, cutting it, welding it. I don't want to do that again. So if I put a joint just there, then it allows me to manipulate this a little bit and just you know, get it right. The other thing is this box here, because when I got this system it was in pieces, and I didn't know what went where. Well, I've now learned that doesn't go at the back, it actually goes in there. So yeah, obviously I got that wrong, but you know, it happens. You know, these things happen. So that big silencer is now not going to happen. I've got the smaller double silencers, and that little one is there. And I'm still seriously wanting to do the side exit. But we'll see when we get there, you know. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting these pipes up and just getting everything fixed into place. The other thing I had was this big silencer, which kind of went here. I had it too far in towards the prop shaft. It should have actually went at least 3 to 4 inches further towards the outside of the vehicle. So again, that's another reason I want to put a slip joint on that. Then I can put this main pipe in, and then I can just slip this on and off and on and off to get everything correct. So yeah, let's grab the angle grinder and let's start cutting things up. Well, things are coming along nicely there. A quick squint underneath. Oh, I've got the pipe in up to there. I'm working on the other one out here at the moment. I need to redo all the brackets and everything, so yeah, because I cut them all and welded new ones in and what have you, so I'm just redoing all the brackets. But just on making one here at the moment for those two front mounts. So basically I'll go into there like that. This will bolt to the frame, and we'll have one nice exhaust mount. I'll also put a couple of little tabs on so they can be bent up just to stop it popping off, you know. But yeah, that should do it nicely. Well, we're getting here. Obviously the tailpipe needs to be adjusted. Will be sanded down, and I'll hit it with some heat resistant paint. But yeah, it's sitting in there really nicely now, way better than the other one. Got this section up here to make, and like I say, the tailpipe at the back. But otherwise, yeah, I mean that hanger there I'm going to have to do something with that because I do need to put a hanger in somewhere, but overall, yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So, pipe that comes from the exhaust manifold down to the first muffler. Almost got this one done. I'm doing like pie cuts in it. I need to reduce the radius some more. So, first pie cut, and it brings it much closer. I want to do one right there in the middle, and one right there on this end. And I'm hoping that'll be enough. So, I'm going to do the middle one first, and then test fit. Well, it's dark outside. I've got the tailpipe down here. I've figured out where I need to cut it. We cut there, I'll take that bend out and weld that back together, and that will give me a nice outlet there. As for the rest of it, it's took a lot of messing about, but got the front section there, got everything all made, and that's basically how it's going to look. Obviously it all needs welding up, but I am leaving it for tonight and going to come back to it first thing in the morning. So yeah, it hasn't been a bad day, to be honest. You know, it's got all that front pipe and everything sorted out. I did reseal the exhaust manifold, and yeah, so all in all, not a bad day's work. Hopefully I'll get the exhaust finished up tomorrow, and then tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, anyway, I'll get on with the gas tank next, the diesel tank. I'm hoping to get that done in a day anyway, so, and then it's the water tank, the wastewater tank is going over on that side. So anyway, I'm tired, I'm cold, I'm sick of laying on the floor, and I'm going to pack up and call it a night. Well, it's morning again, and we're back at it. So let's get that pipe off and get it all welded up, and then we'll figure the rest of it out. Well, ain't the prettiest, but it's definitely solid and nicely sealed up there. So that's basically everything from the exhaust manifold all the way down to the twin mufflers here, and now we're just doing the final outlet. So, well, you can see that, but basically this will go there, sort of, kinda. And should I get the camera back a bit? Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of adjustment on this, but basically that's where she's going to go. So yeah, and I might I don't know whether I need another bracket on there or not, just to give her a little bit of additional support, but I'll see once it's all bolted up and everything. You know, she's got a bit of movement in the back here. I might put just another bracket on there. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of work, but it's way better than the old system. And yeah, like I said, this one is originally for a pickup, so it is slightly different, but she's going to work, and it was free, so you know, ticks the boxes. Anyway, let me get this camera put to one side. I'll get this back pipe off and I'll get it sorted out and welded up. Okay then. Alright then. So, there she is. Tailpipe and everything's on. And she's looking rather good. So that's basically the exhaust system now complete. Got new brackets and everything on over there. I did actually give the tailpipe a coating of it. It's like a dark grey heat resistant paint, just to make it look a bit more, you know, just make it look better anyway. But yeah, so the next thing is That right there, fuel tank. I'm gonna go and have some lunch and gonna have 20 minutes and then come back and we're gonna start pulling out the fuel tank. Whoopee. Anyway, it has to be done. Well, it's raining and it's a new morning. And damn, I don't feel like I've been away from this for more than 2 hours, but obviously I have. So, just got the tank to do underneath, and that's really it. Finish that off and then start lowering it down and we'll switch the rims out. I'm excited to see what they look like. So, yeah. Let's get on with it. Well, so far so good. Basically, that will go something like that. And then on this side there will be a strap that adjusts it so I can tension it up. So there'll be 2 of these brackets. These will bolt on under the van and that should hold it in place quite nicely, and then the outlet will stick out the side of the van where it can be emptied easily. So yeah. So there we have the basic setup. So that will actually clamp to the underside of the van, so that's the bottom there. The tank will slide in between and you can just adjust it up at that corner. So yeah, this should work fine. I mean, it's plenty sturdy. So it's probably a bit overkill for this tank. I mean, this is stronger than what holds the gas tank in, but I mean, the materials are what I have at hand, so you know, better too strong than too weak. Well, there we have everything over there now. Brackets are bent, everything's drilled. So first thing I'm going to do is slide under the van and actually just get it all set into place first. Obviously it all needs to be painted. No bare edges or anything like that, so that's what I'm going to do now. Just basically crawl under the van and just start painting and installing. So yeah, there's a few little things I need to do to the tank before it's permanently fitted, but that can be sorted out once all of this is done. So let's get this over there. Well, we have the brackets in now, so I'm going to test fit the tank. That's where the drainage pipe comes through. I'll pull this back out though because I need to mark it, drill it, and I need to put a fitting on so it seals up to the tank. But yeah, we're basically, you know, there, the give or take. Obviously all of this will be painted, but yeah, it's been a bit of work, but I'm happy with how it's turning out. Well, she's kind of there. Not quite sure how I've managed to do it, but I've gotten this bolt here is just a little bit shorter than the one on the other side, so I need to swap this one out. But yeah, that's where she's going to mount to. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to get up the top. I'm going to mark where I need to drill the hole. Then I'll pop this back out. I'll get a longer bolt for here and paint it all, and then yeah, we're pretty much there. Let's go that way just a little bit. I think that's better. Yeah. Yeah. Well, marker wasn't quite long enough, so we had to improvise. And look, the sun's come out. I've been under there that long I didn't even realise. Anyway, let's get that tank popped out. Well, you can see my Rorschach pattern. But basically, as long as that there is roughly the circle, so I want the inlet to go right about there. I mean, there is adjustment under there, so you know, it doesn't have to be 100% precise, but yeah, just approximately there. Well, there we go. Obviously this will be cut off to the right size, but at the moment I'm just going to leave that basically as it is, then I can figure out what I need once I get it into the van. But yeah, that's basically it. So now all I'm going to do is get in underneath, under seal everything under there, and then call it good. Then I'd just have to leave it a few hours to all dry up. So yeah. Oh, and I also need to sort out those longer bolts, but I'll do that shortly. Well, there we go, that's it. All done under here. So, I'm going to get the sprayer out, give her another quart of under seal, and then that's it. Drop it down and switch the rims out as I'm doing so. It's been a couple of tiring days, but I'm happy. Well, there she goes, she's on the floor. Oops. And that just loosens off to empty the tank, and exhaust is side exiting there. So that has really come together quite nicely. I'm happy how that's installed. That is also adjustable, so you can move it back and forth. Anyway, that basically does it for the tank and everything now. It's this has been quite a long week. I am tired, and obviously this video is going to be split up into multiple parts. There's just a lot of footage. Some of it's going to be out of order, and I do apologise for that, but the issues I had with the tank and everything, which you'll have seen in the previous video now, it's just too much to put it all into one video. So anyway, I've got a few things to move around here, and then we'll start winding up. So now we have water tank done, exhaust done, rims are on, looking good. You may have noticed there is a cushion laying on the top of the van there. I've just got it up there out of the way for now. I do need to find a tape measure because I want to measure this window, because as I said in a previous video, I am putting a metal blind here because it is so close to the stove. So I need to find my tape measure. It's laying around here somewhere, and just get a measurement on this window so I can order a set of blinds up there tonight, and hopefully have them here for next week, and figure out how I'm going to install them, what I'm going to do and everything. But yeah, anyway, let me get the rest of this stuff put away, and yeah, take it from there. Well, that's it. It's dark outside, almost 10 o'clock at night, and I am done for the day. And actually done for this video. But yeah, all I've got to do tomorrow is just finish tidying up and roll her back outside, and that's it, she's done. So, what next? Well, there's a few bits to do on the interior. I'll sort those out next time I'm here. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on the Jeep a little bit. So yeah, I'm just but it is, what is it today? It is Tuesday today, it's Wednesday tomorrow. I'm heading home Thursday, and I will be back the following Monday, and like I said, get this all wrapped up. But obviously you've seen the rims in my previous video. I've been kind of shooting that concurrently with this one, so yeah, I have literally just put the wheels on today, the new rims, and I like them. I really do like these a lot. I like them way better than the 17s. I think just that little bit thicker tyre, they just really work. I do like the gold. I was a bit unsure about it, but no, I love it. I'm really pleased I did that. Anyway, there we have it. Another, what was it, 3, 4, 5 days, whatever it is. I don't even know, I've lost track. But another few days working on the Transit. Yeah, I mean, we're in March now, and the goal had been to have it done and had it inspected by the beginning of this month. Obviously, other things have come around. I didn't get it done. But the end of this month, I will have it MOT'd by then. So, and the interior finished. So yeah, and ironically, it is actually 2 years today since I started this project. Now I know this won't line up with the videos, but it is actually 2 years today since I first basically saw this. Yeah, it doesn't seem like 2 years, that's for sure. Certainly hasn't. Anyway, I will, you're going to see this again. This is not the last video on it, obviously, but yeah, I am going to call it for tonight, and yeah, it's been a fun one. I lie. Anyway, there we go. Take care. Have a good one.